Okay. Um, we got some nice background music going. This is a Skyrim stream, so I got some Skyrim music going. I think it's a creation kit, Skyrim tool. But anyway, we're gonna get started. The first thing I need to do is fix a bug with the Song of Healing. So I'm gonna tweak something real quick with OBS. Nope. Alright, that should do. Move this out of the way. Let's see here. Spell! Okay. Healing. Song of Healing. Now, I do have a oh, hello, welcome Foley Note. Thanks for stopping by. I think I'm just gonna delete the magicka and stamina effects from here. For now, I am planning a whole ocarina overhaul, so I think that'll be sufficient. It didn't work anyway, so I don't think it's bad if that button is the worst. I don't think it matters if it's like disabled because it wasn't even working. Alright, that's fixed. So I'm going to mark that in the Discord as well. That might return at some point when I overhaul the ocarina songs. But for now...
You've got mail.
Oh, that was my phone giving me a weather notification. It's mostly sunny. Wow, thanks, phone. Alright, what was the other error in there? Doesn't actually last firing effect within the spell, so it shouldn't have. Right, okay, so that shouldn't be a factor. Alright, that's just gonna be how it is. Yeah. I'm gonna switch this to... Okay, yeah, that's healing rate. I'm actually gonna change this. Oh, that's the sound. I guess I'll just leave that because I think it has to... Alright, I'm just gonna tweak something really quick. Healing rate. I know some people were not fond of it affecting heal rate, so I think I might just change it to just healing raw. Oh, it does. Okay. It already does. It doesn't affect heal rate at all. So I'm going to do that. And Ba-ba. Okay. No area. Bam. That way it's just on the player. So now that should be a little more reliable. Restore health. So this is just its own thing. This heals. Okay, area. This has an area, this doesn't. So this is the player, this is allies. Okay. So that's good. We're gonna save. So what I need to do is I need to do a lot of Minish dungeon displays. I did the vacant home. I have to do confined bones. I need to do these three at least. I want to do more, but I realize that it's going to be a lot of work, so I split it up. If needed, I will do them this way. I'll split it up. I'll try to do more than 4 for this update, but I'll at least do these Minish dungeons. Let's do this. Alternate that so I can tell the difference between each one, because it's all within the Hall of Memories. So I won't be able to do all of these displays because that would take forever, and I want to finish this update before November because that's when the last update was released, and I don't know why it took a year to do this update, but I don't want it to take a huge amount of time, and hopefully the next update won't take that long. There's just a lot of stuff happened in this update. I already have ideas for this for 6.6.3.b. Creation kit takes a while to save. I'm very glad that the Song of Healing fix was very quick. Oh, it's taking its sweet time. There's not much else to do except wait because, like, all I'm doing is in Creation Kit. I don't have any other meshes to look at or anything. I could go through the idea list, I guess. The idea list is kind of... It's kind of like... we haven't gotten a lot of new ideas, so I could probably look through here. Oh, that's neat. So this video that I have here is various scenes in Skyrim, but it looks like it's focused on a campfire, and then just like as the sun rises and sets, which is cool. Because I just noticed that it's nighttime when it started at daytime. Anyway. Let's look at likely and being considered. Let's work from the bottom because those are new. Oh, old. Flowers, this I'm not sure. Minish hideouts, I'm not so sure on because Xavier's late. Welcome. Because I would love to do more Minish dungeons. Need them. This will have to turn into a maybe. I don't know. I'll keep it in intrigued. It's intrigued, so I'll leave it. Oh, this is blank. It's a blank space, baby. Fuse shadow. That's something that was sort of paused. Guardian Forge. Also possible upgrades. Magical rod. Oh, okay. Creation kit's finally done. Loading. Alright, so let's get... I think I made a version of it in ROH debug. Loading? Okay, it is loading. I will let it do its thing. I don't wanna disturb it. Alright. So I think that's accurate. Let me see what it looks like in Secret Grotto. Solstheim, because if that is the actual pose, okay, it's not quite the same pose. So let's copy this one now. And then I'll look at it in the Minish dungeon itself. Is it the same pose? I think so. Okay, so then what I can do is just use dirt mounds and bury it like this. have that little Minish. Okay. So let's do Shrine Sector. Now, here's the issue. Whenever I make a display for a location, I have to close Creation Kit and reopen it because in order to get everything accurate, I have to copy and paste it from the original source. Oh yes, that is the right color. And whenever I load an archive sector like this area, the game, the tool, Creation Kit will freak out if I try to load another cell. So we're gonna have to work around that. So what I'm gonna do is paste the skeleton as he was. I may have to make some adjustments. I wish I could group items. That would be one thing that would make Creation Kit super much better. Oh, that is not what I wanted to duplicate. That's not what I wanted to grab either. Grab this. Have to get the pose of the skeleton exactly right. I guess what I could do, no, that wouldn't work. What I was considering was grabbing the giant skeleton and shrinking it, but that wouldn't work. Okay, so what I need to do is build up like dirt and little rocks, but I also need a Minish chest to work with here. Because the idea is he was reaching for, he saw this little Minish chest in there and he was reaching for it. Because he was like, what is that? But then he got stuck. Now, I don't think that's actually the right pose. I think his head was a little higher. It's like that. And then there was a little pillar. Let me see. Minish Dungeon, Confined Bones. I hope I can reopen Confined Bones. I'll have to save. What pillar was it? Sheikah Column 4. Okay. Sheikah Column. Marble columns. That should be the right size. Maybe. Yes. Perf. There we go. So on that little platform. Now look kind of dirt mounds are in there? Minish dungeon, confined bones. Dirt mound, cave G, dirt mound. Okay. Dirt mound. This is tricky because I kind of want to replicate it as best as I can. Cave G. Cave G. I know there's boulders. Oh man. Cave G boulder. So many elements. I guess it should just be dirt. Alright, I'm gonna save again, and I'm gonna pop back in to see if I can get some detailed images so that I can work from there. This is an interesting idea. So that, the wind element, because I do want a back passage leading to Snow Peak. Those, because I already have ideas for the Wind Temple and Earth Temple. So these two, unfortunate. These little bits here don't work. Yeah, so this I'm fine with. I'll rewrite it as Snow Peak back passage. Snow Peak passage. Earth Temple. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yes, yeah, Snow Peak Passage will be a snowboarding mini game.
You got mail.
Oh, sorry, that was my phone notifying me. And yeah, it would be a shield-based snowboarding minigame. This is something I keep meaning to check. But I'm pretty sure... I don't think they actually... Maybe they do. I think this is already a thing. But I just have to check, and I always forget to check. Creation Kit's in one of those moods today where it doesn't want to save very quickly. Treasure hoard, doppels. I do want to add doppels, possibly. This is interesting. Once we get closer to 6.7 and the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom stuff, which has been delayed constantly, but a blunt weapon in the Guardian set makes a lot of sense. And I guess this can be the one Age of Calamity item. And we'll see about Age of Imprisonment, but that's something that I'm not going to pursue any ideas myself. I'm not going to look anything up. People will have to just, if there's something that from Age of Imprisonment that they want to see. When is that even coming out? November? Age of Imprisonment, when are you coming out? November 6th, that's what I thought. So it's about the imprisoning war. Yeah, so that's something that if people have suggestions from that game, then they can suggest them, but I'm not going to look at the item lists or anything about the game because I Don't particularly care. Ah, blank space. Get rid of that. Alright, well, let's see. We have this so far. I just want it to be accurate, so we're gonna play a little risky game. Oh, okay, so it was already loaded, so it was fine with me loading it again. Alright. So the roof part I don't need to do. It's this part. He's kind of tilted. Let me get all of this. So I want the pose to be right. Actually, hang on. Let me get all the dirt. I want the dirt to be accurate. Get all the boulders. Boulder. Okay. Oh, his hand is over here. Oh, I think I already got it. No, I did not. Oh, maybe I did. Okay. Yes, I did. Actually. Alright. Oh, there's a secret chest. Okay. That should be good. So let's copy that and then go back to the shrine sector. This is gonna be tricky. Alright, so this is what he looks like. So I really just need to shrink that down. But the problem is they're all gonna shrink separately. So I'm gonna have to rebuild it. We're going to duplicate all of that and move it over. And then now we gotta do math. 2.07 times 0.02. Alright, so it has to be .0414.
You got mail.
Oh! Gotta do a little more math. So 2 times 2.39. So 478. Do I have to be this ridiculously, like, specific about it? Probably not. But if I'm not, I want it to be accurate, and this is one of my favorite Minish dungeons, so... I want it to be a proper representation of the dungeon. You know what, actually now I think maybe this is a little much. This takes so long just for one display. I just need to get the pose right. I should shrink down all these. Hello, creation kit. Oh, it's right there. I probably don't need to shrink them all down. Yeah, that one I don't need. And I don't need this one or that one.
You've got mail.
Zero 3. All right, one more. All right, so those are all shrunken. These two I don't care about, and that one I don't care about. All right. So this is the pose that we need. I think what I'm gonna do is take a screenshot of it. and put it into Paint, MS Paint. Come on. Maybe Photoshop. Photoshop's a little easier to deal with. Yeah. MS Paint, the for the artist who has everything. All right. That's the wrong area entirely on my screen. All right. Hello. Hello. I'm trying to move you. Oh god, I forgot how to move in Creation Kit. I just need the alignment. Maybe I'll do the other side instead. Okay, so now let's go over here. Oh, I see, he's missing, that's why it looks weird. He's missing his, he's supposed to be missing his top head, or bottom. There we go. Okay, so that, if I'm looking down, oh, the rib cage is different too. You know what I just realized is that I can look at the numbers. Minish dungeon ribs. How are you angled? 84 minus 2. Oh, they're the same. So it is the same. It's just a matter of alignment. Okay, so in that case, I think it was like, yeah. I'll just put him on a little, it doesn't need to be like one-to-one perfection. I'm not going to make it one-to-one perfection. I'll just put him on boulders. Yeah, all these tiny ones, that's just not worth it. I do not mean to delete his arm. So then this whole this guy I don't need anymore. This is what I need. I need that reference. Get rid of the pillar. Okay. So he... That's too big. That actually... Oh, you know what? Let me see the different types of long... Dirt Mountain 7 might work. Lower everything. There we go. Got a mixture. It's basically just a modeled mixture of boulders. There is another... I think it's this one. Yeah, boulder 5. So probably what I'll do is do that. What other... Let me just look at the kinds that are 1 and 2 are the most important. So it's a boulder number 1 and a rock number 2. A lot of that, and then just kind of fill it in with boulders. So there's only 2 rocks. Okay. So let's go back to here. This can be the Minish Bones display marker. That's a nice boulder. Okay. Boulder 1 was supporting his head. Like that. And then rock 2 was on the side. That should be fine. We're going to rotate that. It's not a perfect recreation. It's just a tribute. dirt over here to support his arm. Cave G dirt mound. Let's look at number 6. No. 4, 3, 2. Definitely use 1. Maybe 5. I need something a little taller. 8's pretty tall. 7. 4 has pretty steep sides, so we'll probably do 4. Yeah, that works. That works. Yeah, perfect. Good old number 4. There we go. Okay. And I kind of like this being on this little pedestal right there representing it. Okay, that does the job. That looks good. That's fine. There's a little open space. This will just be here. It doesn't need to be disabled or anything. It can just exist. And this will call to that thing. Let's see how much room is left. Oh, I have 4 more spaces. Good. So all the Minish dungeons will be able to be in the same display. No, not the dirt mound. There we go. Minish bones. Pictograph. Pictograph. 130. 7. Okay. Oh, it would also help if everything was connected to it. So this is initial Shibashibish. Actually, whoa. It already has a script on it. Alright, no, we have to get rid of that. Rib cage. So this will have to be the display marker. That's enabled. That's disabled by default. So then everything else. Okay. Batch, set enable parent. Boop. So that, when it's displayed, enables and the whole display pops up. Cool. Well, that one's done. Confined bones. So then we'll do hidden pipes and slaughterfish's belly. Hidden pipes will be an interesting one. I'm not sure how I'm going to display that. Or slaughterfish's belly, for that matter. There'll have to be, like, holes in the wall or something. Or, like, an ice thing. That's going to be tricky. I'll be right back. I have a snack, and I'm going to eat that snack. I have returned with my snack. I will see if it is yummy. Verdict is, it is yummy. A little slice of cake. It's nice and moist. This is kind of redundant with the Tingle Tuner, the Moonlight Merchant, so unfortunately I think that one's going to have to go into the reject section. Although As a tingle tuner... No, that'd be way too complex. For it to be also pointless if it was a standalone tingle tuner interface that just was on its own. That would be redundant. So, alas, this one is redundant with the tingle tuner. Oh, that's literally what it says. The Tingle Tuner is mobile, but the Moonlight Merchant is static. But then what's the point? If you have a mobile version, why have a static version? Alright. Will it let me go into pipes? Ah! Okay, so the shrine sector is actually really stable compared to the other halls of the archive. What can we do here? So these are actually... Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. Because the other archive displays have the actual items as instances, so they're all physics based. And they have scripts on every single one. Yeah, every single item has essentially has a script calling to it. Whereas, and it has physics. Whereas in the Hall of Memories, it's a single item has the script calling to it, and everything else is just enable parented, and they're mostly static. Let's see here. Let me see, because the idea is that these are the interiors of pipes. So let me see what the scale of this thing is. that would be essentially the scale. Yeah, we can say, well, maybe a little smaller. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Okay, so then what scale is this thing? So everything is 10 times larger. Yeah, so everything's 10 times larger in here rather than 50 times larger. So that's a 0.1 scale rather than a 0.02. So just get a good chunk of this thing that looks nice. I mean, this is pretty this little corner is pretty enclosed. So we could have something going, looking down. At this corner. Yeah, that would be the easiest thing to do, I think. This is where the Minish dungeon is, or the Minish chest. So it's a Minish chest. That's the entrance. It's a different entrance. Can't really. So maybe it should be this. Yeah, I think this. Let's just get rid of that for now. It could be this section right here. Just this whole. This whole thing. Out that. That. Go to the Hylian Archive Shrine Sector. Okay. I think I know what I can do here. I'm gonna put that right there. Okay, so then there's I can put a gap right here. And in that gap, this whole thing, I'll have to reduce so that it's visible. No, wrong way. But it's all to a 10th size. Ooh. Let's raise that up. So that would be 1, and then everything else would be 10th. Just realized that this is just kind of hanging out. These are not necessary. These two are not necessary. Oh wait, no, they are. They're supposed to be here. Put a couple pillars in place because that's a little rough. Yeah, to put a pillar there too. Okay. Let's get everything down to a 10th scale. Oh. Okay, hang on. So that would be 0.5. Kind of lumped everything in one spot right here, which isn't great. Oh no, I think that's just how it is. Oh no, it did lump everything in one spot. I hate it when it does that. Well, that area we don't have to worry about. Let's just get rid of it. That's already been reduced. really fun to put all this back together. Actually, you know what? I can probably just duplicate. It'll be the same difference. Hang on. I'm just gonna. Do my bet. Nope. 0.15. 1.5. Okay. And then you. 1.5. 23. Not 23.23. 0.15. Oh. 0.594. Alright, that's all been reduced. So then I could just duplicate whatever I make here over here to make this one. Okay. So let's begin the begin. Render window properties. What is the grid? Snap to a grid. Oh, that's cool. Those just lined up perfectly. Alright. So I can probably... Let's... And... No. No. Okay, so it is kind of... It is lining up. Even though they're at a very weird scale, they are lining... not really. Alright, let's see. Can I do an 8? That does it. Okay, good. There we go. It's all coming together very nicely. Go. I don't know what will ultimately be visible, so I'm just going to build as much as I can of this thing. it. Oh no. Duplicate. Oh, that's right. This had a pipe going down. Yeah. So then this thing needs to be centered with this. That's centered on that. There we go. So now we can center that and lower it accordingly. And take this thing, rotate it vertically. There we go. That looks good. Okay. So then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 until we get to this. So same idea. We duplicate that, snooch it over, and then we can just duplicate this area, but then put a floor in it. This duplicates, goes there, flips to be the floor. That's not necessary anymore. That is actually sealed. So that whole thing is just blocked off. Cool. And the top is the same. Good. So I can just delete this whole chunk right there. I hope there's nothing else over there that I accidentally deleted. This I'll extend. And this is what everyone will be looking in. Okay. Probably extend these out a little bit more. Let's go move that down there. And fortunately it's lined up with the gap that I made. Oh no, it's not. Where's the gap that I made? Oh, that is the gap. Okay, that's good. So then you can see if it's eye level. It is not eye level. It needs to be eye level. Let's move that separately. It's not letting me adjust it. Alright. That should be high level. Where did that thing go? There we go. Alexa, stop. It is 8:30. Time flies. Alright, so that is this. We're going to orient it to the good direction here. There we go. That is nice and self-contained. Very nice indeed. Alright, now comes the fun part of sealing it in somehow. So one thing I can do, will probably benefit everything, is move this. Right in the middle there. It might be better to use these. Yeah, that's a little more malleable. Okay, I need to put a partition wall in front of it. There we go. And then I can probably use the other variant of this that is almost never used. There's one that uses this black stone. That fills the gap in very effectively. Duplicate this one. No, what did I duplicate? Duplicated something. I wish I could center it, but it's kind of... I mean, that looks okay. Yeah, that looks okay. Okay. We're gonna do a display marker. Opposite. Okay. I'm gonna save. I'm getting a little paranoid, so I'm gonna save. I haven't made the crystal, activated the crystal yet, but I haven't saved in a while, so I don't wanna risk anything. Okay. Let me update the chart. Something went from likely Alexa stop 140. Oh wait, why does it say 242? 37. Oh, this is 37 now. $37, 102, 103. Okay. I feel like I need to count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay, so that is actually accurate. It is actually 37. This should have been 37 since that was the last time it was updated. So it is 242. Okay. So this will be, hidden pipes will be done. I might be able to do Silverfish's belly with a similar setup. Just have the whole thing winding away. So I think that's what I'll do. I have 15 minutes to do that. So I'll get as much of it done as I can. Okay, I will take a look at that. It will be considered for 6.6.3.b, the Stall Child redesign. Which hopefully will be out before November of 2026. I think what I should do before I forget is download that from the drive so I have it on hand. Desktop, active resources. Okay. Creation kit sure is taking its sweet time. Alright, I have to set this thing up to oof. Just got a sudden chill for no reason. Gotta call this to this. Minish pipes. Pictograph 1, 3, 5. Alright, now something very similar will have to go somewhere for the slaughterfish's belly. I don't know where there's room for it. I have to be right there. So gargantuan slaughterfish. I think the scale on the scale on that is 50 because of the arrows. I'm gonna save again. Ooh, because I don't want Creation Kit to freak out when I try to load the Gargantuan Slaughterfish dungeon. That's gonna be tricky. That might have to be on a table. Somehow. That's gonna be really tricky. I don't think I'll be able to do that tonight. How could I? I'll have to look at it to see what to do with it. This is what's coming next. So once I release 6.6.3.A, then I'm gonna take a break from Relics of Hyrule, and start working on that one. I already have ideas for Snow Peak. In fact, I'm gonna sort of look at I'm not gonna do a one-to-one map sort of thing of Snow Peak. Zant's helmet. If they were finished, then yes. They'll probably make it in. I don't see why not. Yeah, they're done. Okay, cool. So in that case, I mean, that's probably what can be in a bonus thing in Snow Peak, maybe. Although, yeah, that has to have the go around Ruby. I forget what we called it. Oh yeah, there was the ignoble ignoble sword, and then there was something else. What was the name of the... Mortal... No, not Mortal Draw. Sacred Sword. Okay, that's a pretty sizable update. Oh my gosh, creation kit. Alright, let me just look at the Snow Peak ruins. Snow Peak ruins. That's just such a cool... Just the manor. This is really cool. So I'm not gonna make it like... one-to-one, obviously, because that's not what this mod is about. sense of what the map is like. Oh, someone made it in Minecraft. Of course they did. Zelda dungeon. I am human. Beep boop, I am human. Map. Alright, that's the map. Okay, that doesn't help me. No, I don't want a walkthrough of it, I want a map. Okay. I mean, this is it's from The Sims, but it's probably pretty faithful. Oh, well, that's inappropriate. Okay, great. I just want to see the map. Well, definitely won't be one-to-one, but I can do kind of a rough layout based on it. Just based on the general shape. Yeah, a rectangle of rooms around the courtyard. So there's a central courtyard. A rectangle of rooms around it. Where's that one? This is like the clearest map that I found. Rectangle rooms. This is the upper level, this is the lower level. I'll make it work. There's a tower in the back. Yeah, I can see the tower. Alright. I'm not going to bother with the gargantuan slaughterfish right now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to peek at what kind of assets I could use. Looking forward to... I'll have to take a peek. That's not gonna work. That's intriguing. That could be very useful. Dealing with solitude assets is arduous, but it might be the best option. There's also Windhelm, but Windhelm's like that's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about Windhelm assets. Although they're very snowy. Be mix and match of things. Well, that is something that I will figure out another time. And same with Slaughterfish's Belly. I got 2 done. This one, I'm very happy with how these turned out. Like, I was not so sure about this, how it was going to work. But I think this is good. So I'm going to take a picture of that. Post it in Discord. Oh, actually, there they are. They're both together. Like a family. Okay. So for now, that's going to be it. I will be streaming. I won't be streaming next Monday because next Monday is the day before my wife and I take our vacation trip. So we're going to be getting ready, and I don't want streaming to be interfering with that. But I will have the day off from work on Sunday the 19th, so I'm going to plan on streaming Pokemon Legends ZA on October 19th. I don't know what time yet, so I'll post in the Discord when, but that's going to be it from me. And I just noticed there's a little error right there, but I'm not going to fix it because I'm closing Creation Kit. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you next time. And as always, be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Brambleberry is here. I hope you were lurking because I literally just ended the stream. It's right at the very end. But I will be back next week with Pokemon Legends ZA, so farewell.